Loyalty that you don't know. Loyalty that you don't know. Oh, what's up? Look, I don't. If y'all have stopped playing that soundtrack by now, I don't know how to get y'all to get back into where we at with it. You know what I mean? Like what are you missing? What are you missing? What is it that you need? All right, the gift that keeps on giving. But that's not what we came here for. That's absolutely not what we came here for. Welcome to another dissection episode. Tonight we are dissecting I May Destroy You, season 1, episode 11, the second to last episode. Next week is it. Next week is the season finale. Tonight was dense. We have a big conversation to have tonight, so I'm super excited. I'm your host, JustLatasha, lowercase that T, baby. Both of them. Okay, lowercase the T when you say and spell my name. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all going off. I thank you so much for the hearts. Let's start tonight with a thumbs up on that video. Let's start tonight subscribing. Let's start tonight right about there. You understand? I'm a creator. It takes me hours to curate this. It takes passion, drive, ambition, hustle, consistency, knowledge, experience. Pay me what you owe me by subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. It's free right back. It's free right back. Hello? If your heart feels called to it, if your pockets feel called to it, don't be shy to hit me in that super chat. Hello? Closed mouths don't get fed. Do not be shy to hit me in that super chat. I want to thank all of you for being here. We got some of my patrons in the building. I do see y'all, and so many new patrons as well who joined up. I see some of my patrons here. Cleve Glow is here. Cali Girl's here. Marriage Sharice is here. A Black H is here. Kalovna's here. Trini Boy with the first comment. I saw you in there, Damien. I see y'all, and I thank everyone else who's here as well. Thank you for being new to the channel, new to the dissection series, new patrons. I thank each and every one of you who are here and giving me your time, your space, and your energy. Now, look, I dropped some information over the weekend. We were discussing what series comes after this, what next. HBO got their foot on our necks right now. Some of the best entertainment, some of the best content right now. So we're lining right up with our third HBO series to dissect, Lovecraft Country, executive produced by Jordan Peele. But there's a woman on that. There's a woman on that, so let's not forget that. And my patrons, as we've discussed, not only did my patrons influence which show is coming next, because I do have the conversations with them first, because I trust them and I know them. But they're going to get the content first. Because I heard so many of you tagging me, Lovecraft Country next, Lovecraft Country next, Lovecraft Country next. I heard you when I listened to you. I heard you when I listened to you. What's going to happen if you are not a Patreon, you are going to miss the first 2 episodes of Dissections. Sorry to do it to you. The first 2 episodes of Lovecraft Country Dissections will only be available to my patrons. You can join for $5 and you will have access to the live and the dissections on episode 1 and episode 2 right now. Right now. I'm stimulating now. So my patrons do that announcement first. My patrons will get the content first. My patrons get to suggest to me what shows we'll be discussing. It's privilege on that side. For $5, you guys get dissections. General access will be starting from episode 3, I believe. Okay. All right. Ellie Luna's here, another patron and a personal friend of mine. Crispy Nolan is here. LB, a patron, is here. I see y'all. I see y'all. All right, y'all be going mad fast. Y'all already talking about the end. So let's get started. I think y'all ready. Let's get started. Y'all already talking about the end of the episode. Listen, stay present. Stay present with me. Be right here with me. We're going step by step. We have a huge conversation to have tonight. Stay present with me. We're going to get to the end. I know y'all seen the episode. We've seen the episode. Be here in the now. All right? Don't rush. Remember that? Don't rush. Baby girl, y'all move too fast. Don't rush. Don't rush. You got me for the next hour. All right? Don't rush. Here we go. Do you like the sex? Would you like to know the sex? The title of tonight's dissection and last night's episode. Would you like to know the sex? Jim saw it was giving me a little partition vibes. I like that. Do you attest to the sex, right? We stop playing with y'all. Opening shot always starts off so powerful. We have here Arabella with extreme joy, performance almost. Her joy seemed a little put on. And extreme joy juxtaposed against challenges on the body. You ever go to a fitness class and the teacher is just hammering down them last 10 minutes before you get out and start to cool down and start your stretches and get out? You got to go for that burnout round. They on burnout round. This is when your body is craving rest. This is when your mind has to overpower more than what your body wants, challenging the body. And we have Arabella performing this joy almost. All right. We're already starting with Arabella living in a duality. There's pain here, but we're going to perform joy instead. And we can estimate how she's been living this duality the entire time, fully immersed in her distractions, literally running. You see her jogging in place in this workout class, literally running from the point of her trauma. We have two shared colors already. One we haven't seen in this series so far, right? Purple makes an entrance. I had to look into that. I wanted to see what this purple was about because very interesting to be here. Shared for both Kwame and Arabella, and purple in film study. This is not a recap. This is not a review. This is a film dissection from the directorial eye. I am me, she is her. This is what we do here. You want what had happened and what somebody's thoughts was about it? Go to your other favorite creators. They're still amazing. This is just going to be a little different on this side. All right. What does the color purple represent in film? Power, intimacy, and transformation. I really like that one. I really liked that one. Okay. I really like that one. And we have a text, and this is something that we hadn't seen the entire season. We have a name. Not horny man, not fun now, not get you gotcha, not down to the bar, 87. No, we got an actual name, Tyrone. Call him. Kwame said, and you still use my phone. Kwame called Tyrone, didn't he? We have a name. Fun now. His name is Tyrone. We like it. Come on in. Come on in. Terry, the actress. We know about the job, but we don't see her at work because she's acting in real life. Terry, the actress. The juxtaposition between joy and what was this, y'all? Fear? Panic? Anxiety? What was this terrified feeling? Yeah. Oh. What was this terrified feeling? We just want to party just for you. What was that? This should be pure joy right here. And she was not giving that at first. Remember that panic attack she had when she had to read Arabella's excerpt at that auditorium where we got into Zayn, we read Zayn, the new one? Huh? Two emotions here, joy and fear. And let me tell you something about a Black H says, Terry ain't used to getting gigs, didn't know how to react. LB says, girl, let go of that guilt and got the job. Now look at that. Yamkela says it's relief. Look, KK's right. KK, I agree with you. You said this panic tied to her stage fright. It looked like panic to me, something strange. And this is something that a lot of creatives, this moment where like you get what you asked for and it scares the shit out of you when it's in your hands. Because now you got to be the thing that you was trying to be. See, trying to be and aspiring is so easy. That little shell right there, that's real easy. But getting that huge thing, the fear that happens when your dreams come true, they don't talk about that part. They don't talk about that part. Y'all, so ain't none of y'all told me that the sundial was it supposed to be fake? Because I thought it was based on the real book, which is a real book, The Sundial. But this is actually a prop book for the story of the show. But it's actually related to real things. We have a huge conversation tonight. So buckle in, focus. I need y'all to focus. Slow it down in the chat because I need y'all to be present. Slow it down in the chat. I need y'all to be present. Look. Arabella's for the past few episodes has been reading this book, The Sundial. The author's name is Delacroix Dickey. And I had to look that up. I needed to research. I needed to understand what the purpose of this book was. Why is it here? What the purpose of the sundial? Like, I need to know what this is, right? It's actually a whole lot. It means a whole lot. Delacroix Dickey, or actually Dickey Delacroix, is a character in the short book, The Lottery. What is The Lottery? The Lottery is a real thing. The Lottery is a short story written by Shirley Jackson, first published in June 26, 1948, in an issue of The New Yorker. This story describes a fictional small town in contemporary America, which observes an annual rite known as the lottery. This is when a member of the community is selected by chance to be stoned to death. It is implied in the story that the lottery is practiced to ensure the community's continued well-being. Okay? So a critic of this story says this is like bearing a cross, right? Delacroix. Delacroix is a French word meaning of the cross. And the true pronunciation, because I'm American, I'm gonna say Delacroix. The true pronunciation, French, is Delacroix. The villagers' pronunciation, Americans, Delacroix, right? And this is intentional. The mispronunciation of the name symbolizes the corruption of this religion and this ritual in the village, right? So a critic of the lottery says, unlike the cross, which would be a willing sacrifice, we know Jesus laid on the cross to pay for the sins of the people to the Father, God. So unlike the cross, which is a willing sacrifice, the lottery, the stoning of someone at random, makes an absolutely unwilling, hypocritical woman bear the burden of the community's ritual murder. So in the story, The Lottery, a woman is selected at random and she's got to get stoned to death. So look at Arabella right here. Or look at the story of The Lottery. We have corruption versus the cross. Someone has to pay for their sins, the sins of the community. How do we bastardize the ritual or this religious act as a community? There's characters in this short story, The Lottery. Dickey Delacroix, right? The author of The Sundial, Dickey Delacroix. They flip the names around. And Dickey Delacroix is a son who gathers his stones with the other boys. He's really excited to gather the stones and do this ritual and stone a woman to death. Then we have Mrs. Delacroix, his mother. The lottery appears completely natural to her, so much so that it doesn't even strike her as a contradiction. First, she's happily chatting with the woman who's going to be stoned. And then when she's selected as a lottery, Mrs. Delacroix stones her. Look, this is ritual. This is just what it is. Mrs. Delacroix is incapable of seeing how vicious and inconsistent she's being. And that's possibly the most horrible thing about the ending of the story. None of them even know what evil they are doing. Look at the shape. Look at how Arabella is formed. Look at her, literally shaped as a cross. Look at that formation that Arabella is posing with her body, with the book in her, right? Put a pin in it. This shapes this entire fucking episode. Put a pin in it. I see y'all. Let's go crazy in the chat again. We heard let's go crazy in the chat again. We back. Somebody commented and I had to post because this was good. All of us was stumped on what the hell Ben is doing here. What is he, the baby daddy? Is he the nanny? What is he here for? Wow. Is he just, and someone made such a great point that I love. Is Ben the token white person? Is he the reverse racism of the magical Negro? Is he the magical the caucus, the magical Caucasian? Only there simply to lead our characters, advise them, give them emotional support, and has absolutely no journey of his own. I was blown away. That makes total sense with the complexities and the layers that this show has given us thus far. This was a sneaky one. This was a sneaky one. This was sneaky. Ooh, it's okay, Adora. Come on in, settle in, take your shoes off, get comfortable. Kwame here questions if he's worth having a good person. I'm not nice. And I have a nice man. What do I have to do to like deserve that? Like I'm like mocking him. I'm not even really being myself. The acting, right? We have performances, themes of performances happening. And he's evaluating his sins to earn grace. What does he have to be to get to have a Tyrone? So here we have the darkness versus the cross, right? Arabella as a character has the most complexities in one person that we've seen in this entire series. Here we have the victim, the accuser, the abuser, the narcissist, the intruder, and the forgiven. What sins does she have to forgive? Does she have forgiveness to extend to other people's sins? And something in this book has landed so profoundly on her. Something has answered an internal question for her. And when she gets to that last page, she just shuts that book and it's just like, so let's figure it out what she figured out. We need to get to it. But Terry girl, Terry girl, what is you doing? If there was any solidification that Terry has absolutely no idea what to do for Arabella, it's right about here. It's right about here. She has no idea like what she's doing, how to direct her, how to heal her. Like it's wrong. Why would you tell your best friend, a buzzing writer? Thank you, Shanda, for becoming a patron. I just saw the notification. Welcome, babe. Why would you tell your almost famous friend to sit in a toilet and tell her hero that she loves her from a toilet? Terry. And so what Della do? Della DeCroy? Excuse me. Della Croy Dixie? We had to leave sis on red. We had to leave sis on red. Jules says she had no idea what to do for herself. Mark says, listen, how the F did Terry not immediately tell Bella to sit down somewhere with toilet video? Sarai Washington, Terry isn't even sure how to heal herself or that she doesn't even need to heal, but we get there. Stay present, Tosh. Audience question, first audience question of the night, let's do it. So we have Bells, she sends a toilet shot. Now I gotta ask her, let's be real. Let's be realer than real. I keep it realer than real. F all the haters and F how they feel. Would this be different if a man sent this to a woman as a fan? Because Arabella here is assuming that Della is a woman who's also like her, suffering under the patriarchy. Face crack when she gets blocked. Would this be different if this was a man who sent this to a woman? Does she get a pass because we girls, though? Cleve says, oh, that hat was powered. And it sure was. It sure was. Ayala and Ellie blocked. And she, I love you. Trini Boy says, insta blocked. I see y'all. Too sweet frosting. A says, all creepy. Cassia says, no different, all creep. Sarai says, it's a toilet. LB says, yes, it'd be weirder. Lace Case, I hope I said that right, says no. Says no. A Barty says, nah, both is creepy and uncalled for. KV says, it's too much. Cleve says, I'm a host, so I don't know. Cleve, get it, okay? It's giving too much for me. I would hate to receive this in my DM. I don't want to see you on a toilet. I don't want to see your pants down. I don't want to see my work in your lap next to a bowl full of bacteria and fecal matter. I don't want to see it. I don't think that's flattering. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's nothing. Like, I don't think it's nothing. I would give nothing as well. It's demon time. Honey. Susie, honey. Cassie said, what was that supposed to make her look humble on the toilet? Where? It's demon time. Man, we are facing here yet again the duality of the sin versus the cross, right? Susie Henny gives you nice nasty, and she gives you that all day. And look right behind her, there's something vicious behind that good guard, that performance, that acting. I'm gonna give you nice lady, but something a little nasty under here, something a little vicious under here. Compare that to the way she thinks of her plants as these extensions of her. Thank you, Trini Boy, who always hits me in the super chat. I appreciate that so much. Compared to the way she gives these care to her plants, who are like her children, right? She gives to them. She's gentle with them. She nurtures them. Versus the way she treats human beings. It's a little spice, a little sharp, right? Because it's business. Now it's business. And she cuts all that right off. And even though they reflect each other in the physical, Susie cannot relate to Arabella at all. You share Blackness. You share womanhood. And she's so disconnected from this woman standing in front of her. Susie is so disconnected from Arabella that she says she is descendants of trees, relating more to these plants than this young woman who looks up to her. She ain't got no idea about the melanin comment, and no idea what melanin is. Jules says she's giving very white corporate America. Come on. Come on. Sarai peeps the green with the red in the back. That forbidden fruit is in the room. We know that. A Black H says Susie has ironically been one of the coldest presences on the show. There's been a lot of cold on this show. That's okay. Okay, it's been a lot of cold on this show. Look. And she asks something very strange. She asks something very strange right here. Do you believe in multiple races as a rational taxonomy? AKA, do you think it's fair to divide us by race? AKA, all lives matter. AKA, we are all one race, the human stupid. We bleed one blood. Red if you're broke, blue if you're rich. We's all in this together. One race, human race. Did she do that? A rational taxonomy. Even the way she positioned herself. Ooh. ooh, like she couldn't wait to get away from Arabella. We are one race face. Don't do that. Doesn't believe in the separation of races and almost shames Arabella for finding joy in blackness and melanin and that sisterhood, looking down at her for doing that. And she does something real, very important here before we sign out of this scene, confirms that Della is a woman. Yeah, she can't help you. No, I won't introduce you to her. No, I won't. Put a pin in it. We be back. We have the confirmation of Arabella's duality, right? Sometimes when you're trying to do good, sometimes when you're trying to do good and you have good intentions, they lead to a sour road. And that's one of the most bitter things that life can offer you. You trying to do well to yourself and it pays you in dust, right? Her journey to heal cost her. Confirms right here in this moment that she's lost both Susie Henny and the Henny House as her publishing and these two white literary agents. Nobody's going to represent her. Nobody's moving that book. Nobody's doing nothing. You have not shown up and did your drafts. You was focused on healing and the distractions. You have not turned in what we've been asking you. You are done for. And you owe us money. Oh. And you owe us money. I mean, it's a shame. Why is she back? Let's talk to her. Let's talk to her and let's talk about her because I have words. I have words for this one, okay? Here we have Kwame paying for his sin, right? Taking accountability. If I want Tyrone and I don't feel as this person right here deserves a Tyrone, what do I have to do? As Ben advised, we'll start doing things that make you deserve good things. Here's his good things. Here's his payment. Let's pay for the sin that we've done, right? And here, just like Arabella, his good intentions are met on a sour road. Look at that wound in the back. Look at that little mess up right there in the back. Right? Let's pause right here. Let's talk about this beautiful black woman in the back. Anybody notice her? Anybody notice her, this beautiful black woman in the back? We need to unfocus that. I need to see. I want to see. Who is that? Harpo. Who's she? Please. God. Dark skin, beautiful, elegant, blonde hair juxtaposed with the coveted, classical, traditional, white beauty, who got the I hate my hair hat on. Without saying a word, this show has positioned the pressure of Black beauty in the form of hair against what hair should look like. And what the hair should look like on this white woman. She hates her hair, trying to cover it up with this Frenchie beanie, beret. With blonde hair on this Black woman, something we're not supposed to have. Hers for her hair is short, her hair 4C, all the things that we're not supposed to have to make us beautiful. And look at her sitting in the back, not even the focus and stealing the scene. How dare she? How dare she? Ugh. Ugh. No more broken birds, said the user got used, and she don't like that. She ain't like the taste of her own medicine. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because that's very true. I have an audience question, second one of the night. Here's a little complex, so I'm gonna give y'all some time with it. Ben advised Kwame to do the things that would make him a good person, so that Kwame would feel that he deserves his new and good partner. Let's talk about intention. Is he using this white woman for his personal benefit? Is there selfishness if his apology is used to set himself free? If this apology is anchored to feed himself and what he needs, is that selfish? Ooh, Bridget Nicole said, I'm sorry, I would have fired Bella too. Well, say that. Sure. Damien says, I wasn't upset that the white woman was upset at Kwame, but I don't need to see her again. And that's point blank and period. We can stop seeing her now, please. This is our time. But it's only white allowed. We don't want Theo. We don't want, I don't even know how to enunciate her name because her name had too many vowels next to the wrong consonants. I ain't like that. I didn't like that at all. All right, here we go. Mark says, yes, Kwame is still using her. He just wants to feel better about himself more than being fully remorseful. Mark, you get me. Like, you get me. Clevelo says, I think it was both, but both are okay. KK, I also wonder if Kwame is using Tyrone. Is he actually even into him, or is this just another distraction? KK, don't take us there. KK, don't take us there. Man, let's enjoy the moment, girl. Let's enjoy the moment. DJ says, I don't know. I think he actually wanted to be friends with her. Cordelia says, I love Kwame, but it felt like he was wanting this woman to forgive him so quickly when she's now on a journey like him because she created trauma too. Let's say that. It's a question. It's a question in the air, and the show likes to ask and pose a lot of those, don't they? Do y'all see what I see? I want to see the chat going off. If y'all see what I see right here. Do y'all see what I see? Y'all need a hint? Do y'all need a hint? Do y'all need a hint? Do y'all see what I see? What about the ring, Damien? Because if y'all follow me on Twitter, which I should be doing, JustLatasha404, y'all would have seen I tweeted it. What about the ring? Sarai Washington, you win tonight's dissection. The dial. Bitch, it's a sundial. Clevelo got it, the sundial. Nisa Clayton got it. She said sun ring, but it counts. KV got it, the sundial. Bitch, it's a sundial. And we spoke about the sundial on episode 8's dissection. And I'm going to bring it back because the sundial is a real book. And I think Michaela Coel is using this fake book to link themes to real literary works. So here, reminding you guys, the sundial in the real Our Universe book. One of these details is the huge sundial, which stands like an asymmetrical eyesore in the middle of a mathematically perfect grounds and bears the legend, what is this world? Let's ask questions. Let's ask questions. There are gray areas between black and white. Yes, that was a color nod. There are gray areas in between the black and white. Here's how. An oppressor who uses black men's bodies for personal sexual satisfaction is receiving an apology from a gay black man who used her for his. And the gag is she rejects it. Look at the trauma talking on her with that red lip and that red eye, little Glossier, little satin stain the white girls like to use, little stain they call it. Him apologizing to an oppressor. And the oppressor says criminals never face justice and storms out. Love and white tears. Take that, Mona Scott Young, make that into a franchise. I want to see white ladies crying for an hour every Monday night on VH1 about nothing. Huh? Is she out the show now? Because we're good. Is she out? Here we have Della, who blocked Arabella on Instagram, reaching out and confirming less help. And it's revealed Zayn, fuck that guy. Zayn is Della. We're gonna mix it up a little bit because I want to have one conversation. These scenes was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I can't do that. Let's have one conversation. Let's stay here. Zayn, pretending to be a woman to sell books, asked to help and meet Bella under the disguise of Della, and doesn't give her the truth to give her the option to choose. Audience, step it up. Shout out to Latoya, who just became a patron. You're smart, you're special, you're brilliant. Thank you, Latoya, for becoming a patron. I'll see you this Sunday with the exclusive stream of Lovecraft Country Episode 1 Dissection, a patron exclusive. Latoya just got access. Audience, is this an emotional stealth? Did he stealth her again? But emotionally. Listen, Cleveland said, I was still shooketh. Social Purgatory says this is deception. Trini Boy called it catfishing. Listen. Was this another stealth, you guys? Oh, you guys. Mark is going off. He's going off. So much is gross about Zayn, a sexual assaulter, capitalizing off of playing a woman. Now he's misleading her and violating her all over again. Trash. No More Broken Bird says, yes, he forced his way back into her world. Cordelia says, Zayn still hasn't learned. I was stressed when I saw him. He did it again, y'all. He did it again. And Shylene says, Henny published him anyway. Let's talk about Susie. It's demon time. Let's talk about Susie. Susie's the one who picked the name. Delacroix Dixie. Let's go back to the book. Listen. Dickie Delacroix represents a boy who fulfills the stoning attack on a woman in the village because he follows the rules of society. AKA, Zayn, boys will be boys. Let's attack bells. Let's stone bells. This is just patriarchy. This is just how it is. This is just what men do. This is just what we do, right? We attack women because this is just how society moves. Mrs. Delacroix, the mother, follows the rules of society if it costs, even when it costs someone like her. In the lottery, Mrs. Delacroix looked into a woman's face, was real cute, stoned her by sundown. Who is Mrs. Delacroix? Susie, the mother, naming her son and enabling him to continue to hurt women who look just like her. Advises her son to harm a woman who she was kind to just moments before. Michaela Coel, let me tell you something, ma'am. Whatever you want, whatever you need, I will be there for you. Anything Miss Michaela Coel wants from me, I will show up and deliver because wow, the brilliant, the mind. We ain't arguing about $200 dates. That was no shade. Issa Rae is also my hero. Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. But I meant like Twitter, because Twitter's not showing up for this show the way they show up for Insecure. And that really makes me upset. But look, it could all be so simple, y'all. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. Issa Rae is my hero. Michaela Coel is my hero. I want the same love and presence for the shows. That's just me. Audience question for you guys. Why does Zayn help her? Bridget Nicole says, the help, Zayn, Della. Audience, why do you think Zayn helps her? Jewel Lawrence says, and at that moment, you saw the layers of Susie. Damien said he called this on Twitter. Did you? I missed it. I missed it. Hey, Barty, you got it. I'm with you. It's guilt. It looks a little bit like the way Kwame is trying to apologize, is it? Oh, y'all, guilt, 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 guilt. I see it. Mark says it's Zayn's way of trying to clear his conscience. Nisa says redemption, redemption. Come on and say that. This is his cross. This is the payment of his sin. He is on the road to forgiveness with Arabella. And he acknowledges in this moment, he was supposed to help her before, but he didn't. And he hurt her instead. And then the whole mess happened. And this is just him. Does she have forgiveness to extend for other people's sins, right? We're at a crossroads. Who else do we see this from? Ooh. Because I was wondering why Terry was in that brown. Why was she in that brown? Who else did that? Overperforming for Arabella because they real sorry about something that little shady that happened little back then because I didn't mean to do you like that. Who else? Don't be wearing the same colors in the show. I will find out. I will find out. Well, let's talk about Terry then since we're on the topic. Terry goes on a date with the server that she likes. Whew, Terry is on this date. Now, look at all the fresh plants, fresh flowers, these beautiful colors, right? This could be a place of a new journey, but there are wounds on the road. And this is true for dating, like, period. Like when you, like, as an adult, especially, you're meeting people at different points of their traumatic events. Either you just got your heart broke, or you just healed from something, or you're trying to figure it out, or you're acting out in pain because you need to consume more people to get away from your ex. However it is, as an adult in dating, you're meeting people at different points of traumatic events, what had happened in their childhood, et cetera, and you're trying to join a journey together. You're trying to merge worlds together, right? So you're gonna have wounds anyway. And here, Terry, the actress, again, putting on this presentation. I'm an actress, wondering who am I really sitting with? Asking him for the truth. That line, this whole conversation is a double layer, double entendre, and I ate it up. I liked it. I'll have what he's having, AKA, she wants this presentation. She likes what's right in front of her, and what she understands is right in front of her right now. Somebody's popping, somebody's buzzing, someone's a little fire right now. You got fans, you got likes. Who am I with? I like that. I want to have what he's having, right? Then we go to the bathroom. She's so obvious. Man, you cannot lie. You're supposed to be an actor. You're supposed to be a good liar. So obvious. Kai is on to her. He's like, come on, right? Come on. When she comes back from the bathroom, discovering her date, Kai, is a trans man. And we go back to the bad acting. What happens, sis? This is your job. This is your big gig. You just won today. So what happened? She puts her best performance on while he drops the act. He goes into his truth. It's a reversal, right? When we come into the date, Terry's true to this, asking him to drop that act. Who am I with? Who is that? Learns the truth, and now her performance comes on, and he tells the truth. Flipped it right on his head. So she's being kind and performing good intentions to serve her public perception. This kindness to perform. I'm not transphobic. Checking to see if whether or not the server who's a fan of his hates her or not. I'm not transphobic. I'm cool. I'm cool. No longer wanting what he has, right? Rejecting the food. Kai, check that ass. LB says, we all know Terry is not a good actress, though. Damn, Elle. I mean, we know it, but we ain't supposed to say it out loud. Okay. Mark says he was already expecting that the date was over. It made me so sad. You just learn from them patterns when you meet them cis girls. You meet the cis girls who have no patience for it, who have no openness for it. Here it goes. What is it? Just reject me, walk out the door, I'll pay. Like, let's just go through the motions, right? And she's only saying no to save her public perception. Well, he checked that ass. You might as well try that food while it's still warm. Kai said, come and get this while you have a chance. Oh, she ate. You see it start. Kai, check that ass. Cutting into that steak now. You want a bite now. Oh, you want a bite. Wow. Wow. A lot of performative goodness here. A lot of nice nasty here, a little viciousness under that veil of kindness in this episode, huh? Let's come back to how Terry started in the beginning, because we put a pin in it. The juxtaposition between that joy and fear, little joy and panic. She was enjoying the date, got a little phobic. Niggas like to say phobia is fear. Got a little phobic when she learned she's on the date with a trans man, right? Again, something that you desire, something that you've asked for can scare the shit out of you. Huh? This is also the moment where Kai informs her that the threesome that she enjoyed so much in Italy that made her such a powerful bad bitch was a premeditated plan. She was used, right? And low-key, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this dragged me because I nearly forgot Terry was assaulted. I was like, oh, she's bouncing between the two and trying to help them. I forgot like what had happened because and I think this is a drag for the audience because you put assault on like a scale. That wasn't that bad. All right, that was shady, but maybe you should say something. Do you need help? Oh my God, I can't believe that happened to you. Let's call the police. We put assault on like these scales. And so this is still assault and still needs attending to. And I think I kind of adapted it like men are trash. And me personally, I just moved on. But also, this is because Terry was unconscious in knowing that she was used that way. So she wasn't able to perform this, I don't know what, expected sadness and the realization that she was used like that. Damien says, we called it episode 3, didn't we? We sure did. And because Terry was unaware of it, she moved so healthily. I'm afraid of these words I'm using. I know they're not right. She moved well. And so I think looking at her be okay, I was like, it's fine. I think I kind of moved on. Mark says, definitely. That deception of the two friends with Terry is still a violation. It's okay to name it as such. There are many levels and layers to how rape culture can look. Ooh, I said the R word. Let's move on because YouTube is going click, click. All right, let's do it. And I want to tell you right here, right now, I stand. Michaela Coel is playing in our face. Put a pin in it. We'll be right back to that. But she's playing in our face. Watch this. This is where Arabella needs to use her skill. Zayn is teaching her how to tell a story, right? She comes in with these drafts and these weird ideas and they're messy and they're not put together. He's like, all right, look, Cambridge told me, all right? Act 1, build the world, set up everything in its regularity. Act 2, create conflicts, obstacles. What stops them from getting their goal? Sound like me, don't it? Act 3, resolve. How do you make your characters get challenged? What do they do to fix it? What's the end, right? And they say the point of conflict can be anyone, anything, or even yourself. To which she invites him back to her place. Ma'am. What are we doing, right? This is almost a full circle moment, because the first time they were together, there was absolutely no chemistry, but they had sex. And this time they're actually bonding and it's working and they're trusting each other to work together. And where they gonna work? Back down to the bedroom. An emotional intimacy has occurred here and sex was subtracted. She is enlightened. The wound in the past. And now Zayn, after this accountability, can reposition himself with a new purpose to her. And we have her thanking him, her abuser. She thanks him, versus a Kwame who had to apologize or wanted to apologize to an oppressor. There are dualities for assaulters. Is there space to forgive assaulters and have them play a different role for you? Helps her organize all these different moments in the book that didn't make sense. He has the knowledge, he has the skill set, and they look at it and he says something so, this dialogue was so, I thought you were writing about consent. So did I. I don't understand it. I do. Michaela Coel playing in our faces. Let's bring it back. Michaela Coel is playing in our faces. I don't know about y'all, but these last few episodes, I was confused. I felt like this show was raising more questions than it's answering. And I'm like, you're about to hit the season finale. Why aren't we more clear about what's happening and what's going on? It's raising more gray areas, right? What is the conversation? I thought this was about consent. I thought it was about consent. This book is mirroring this literal show. Arabella was confused about the story she was telling in the beginning, episode 1, because she was confused about the assault. But like Arabella, Michaela, with help, with distance, with clarity, they align, right? And Arabella, to get to this point, to be as clear, to line it all up, she had to lose what appeared to be good things. And let me tell y'all something as human beings, because y'all know mom always got the lessons. I got lessons. To get to this point, Arabella had to lose what appeared to be good things. Sometimes your win lies outside of attachments to false blessings. I am the one and the two. Let me rewind that back for you. Sometimes your win lies outside of your attachment to false blessings. There's been things that have been so good and I want to hold on to it because this means that it gives me value. This means I'm validated. This means it secures my spot at being somebody. And when they fall away, who am I? Look how realized she is when those things fall away. Look how realized she is when those things fall away. White literary agents that don't even understand you, a Black woman who don't care about your well-being and is just trying to monetize your pain for her gain. Let them go. Because look at the story you get to stare at now. Come on. I am the one and the two. Don't play with me. HBO, where are you? Don't play with me. Because you're playing. Now HBO's playing in my face. Let the trash take itself out. We don't need that baggage no more. Gone, take it with you. All of it. I looked under the bed. I went under there. I examined it. I am the darkness. Don't forget to take it on your way out. Good night. Goodbye. We have come full circle, mama. Let's bring it back to the sundial, saying good night to Della. The sun has set. And Della has given Arabella her second profound answer today. You're done here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Get on out. Get on out, Arabella. From the bullet filled with darkness has transformed to one with light, filled with light. Wounds forgiven and released can be now used with purpose and intention. She knows what to do with it now. Remember I said a few dissections ago, it's off balance. It's all you lean into far one, you lean into, look at this balance right here, sharp, focused, with light, with purpose. Look at that. Audience question. Audience question. Cassia Thompson says, all those integrated identities on the wall, the black, white, and wounded red. Exactly what I'm about to ask. Why is she in red? The healed, the intentional, the purposeful. Why is she in red? Mara, please. Mara, please. Give it to me, y'all. Let's dissect. Because a lot of you are new here. When we dissected Insecure season finale, it was a test. I was barely working. I made y'all dissect everything. Because y'all know now. Next week, guess who's doing the work? Not me. Not me. Next week, y'all better put your thinking caps on. This season finale. Why is she in red, y'all? KK, she is bleeding onto the pages of her book. Ooh. Yamkela, it's the unpacking and opening the wound to heal. Ayala says she can live out her true passion with focused intention. Mark says she's truly processing those wounds now and transforming it into her power. I'll take my power, my power, my power. They'll never take my power. DJ says she needs to remember the pain. Sarai says the wound is being acknowledged, pouring out of her onto the pages. Ooh, KV, she is standing in it. Stand in your pain. She hung a note, y'all, that said Garden Ben. I don't know what that means just yet, but I synced it. I saw it. I synced it. Okay. From the room to the womb, a place where she suffered, suffocated, drowned, lost herself, now reborn. Because remember, something nasty came out that water. That rebirth, that baptism water, something nasty came out. Look at her in the womb. Let's start over. Mess cleared out. We can breathe. We can see, right? Ben! What the hell's in that garden, Ben? Ben, the most kind, gentle, oh my God. Ben, what the hell in that garden? We learn here that Ben the token white, suffers from chronic loneliness. He don't go nowhere. He don't got no other friends. He don't dive too much into conversation. He keeps everything surface level and at distance. It's just chronic loneliness, which 60%, the show says, the UK suffers from. An actual condition, a mental health condition. Even when you're surrounded by people all the time, can't break out of that. Oof. Ben. If it's one thing you're going to know is this, because here's the second lesson of the night. Your self-forgiveness cannot ever come from outside of you, right? Thank everything, God, the universe, the ancestors, that she rejected that apology. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. Because guess what? The lesson is he ain't needed. Kwame forgives himself and moves on, right? You're a pig. All right, keep that. I deserve Tyrone. Watch me. Watch me get intimate with my man. And it's so beautiful because we've watched Kwame do nasty things in nasty places quickly. And without touch, this is the most intimate he's ever been with someone. You guys know when you're on that first date, maybe your feet hit a little bit or they lean into you and it's like, they shoulders on my shoulder. Not shoving dick up in the goddamn cavities of your body. But it's just that little, he's touching me. It's just, those little, I miss it. Goddamn COVID. I miss it. Oh man, let's get back to the title card. Would you like to know the sex? Truths here are revealed. Kwame knows the sex, and it was intimacy. He got to know sex. This is intimacy. He's on a new journey. Look at that green. Who else is on a new journey? Come on, Terrace. Terry's. Terry's changed onto green. It's surrounded by that beautiful greenery in the back, right? This is confirming her new journey, like Kwame. I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna get me a Kai. I'm gonna get me a Kai. What's up? Terry knows the sex, quite literally, right? With Kai saying there's a vagina in my pants, quite literally knowing the sex, and figuratively knowing the truth behind the nature of that threesome back in Italy. It's an ugly truth, but we know it now. Lastly, down at Ego Death Bar. Down at Ego Death Bar. Arabella knows the sex. She remembers the full assault, which mirrors Terry's, this premeditated, grouped up partner in crime theft of a woman's experience and a woman's consent and a woman's body. And through this premeditated partnership, Arabella was assaulted. And we remember this woman from the pilot, right? From the first episode, who claims that she was spiked that night, but it wasn't a big deal to her. Like nothing really happened. She just had to like make it back home again. These two spiked the both of them. But Arabella ended up being the victim. And I wonder if it means anything that they look alike. Two dark-skinned, beautiful Black women with bald heads, right? I wonder if she wants to draw a theme or a mirror with that, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments. Both of them spiked that night. And let's see what happened. These two men dragging her lifeless body into another bar. Security daps him up and lets him in. Black friend helping this dude along. Let's get back to the Sundial by Della Croy Dixie. This is the society. A woman getting stoned under the societal rules that boys will be boys. And society helping them to attack her. Guess what, bitch? We found you. And we're going to slap you in the teeth. We will slap you in the teeth. Now what, Bells? I want to see it. I want to see it. What's it gonna be? Because we found you now. Clack out, bow. Clack out, bow. Ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. Y'all, I thank y'all so much. You will be missing the first 2 episodes of Lovecraft Country Dissections. If you are not a Patreon, if you want access to that, sign up right now for $5. Episodes 1 and 2 will be exclusive to patrons only. I will start with everyone else on episode 3. If you're not following me on social media, fix that. JustLatasha on Instagram, JustLatasha404 on Twitter. Become a patron. I appreciate you guys. Everyone in here, please give this video a thumbs up. Everyone in here, please subscribe. Everyone in here, hit that share button. Put this video on your timelines. Take clips. Record the screen. Blast it. Pay me in shares and support. I appreciate you guys so much. I love doing this. Next week, you guys are dissecting. Y'all think I'm playing? You guys are dissecting. I worked hard. We did 11 episodes. Episode 12 is on you. So I'll see you in next Tuesday. This Thursday, Black women, come in the room for Thursday nightly, 8 p.m. EST. I will be joined by Tarot by Bronx, your favorite astrologer, your favorite tarot reader, the divine. We're going to be talking about spirituality for Black women. It's going to be such an incredible conversation. And I've been following her personally. Thank you for the hearts in the chat. I see y'all going off. I've been following Tarot by Bronx for a minute now. So she's going to be joining us live here Thursday nightly. Do not miss it. We like to curate conversations that help us, fulfill us, right? And on Sundays, an exclusive stream with my patrons and my patrons only. That'll be Lovecraft Country. Okay, so I will see you guys Thursday. Patrons, I will see you Thursday and Sunday. Everyone else, next Tuesday for the I May Destroy You dissection. You guys have been incredible. I am JustLatasha, and I will see you later.